Mexico! Yeah!
Welcome to Black Irish Podcast. Hey there, and welcome to an all-new episode of Black Irish Podcast with myself, Brendan McCorkle, and Mike is not uptight. Crawford, what's up, buddy?
What up, Brendo? How you doing today? No, I'm not uptight. I'm a little upset today, but uptight, not so much.
Nice. Up, nonetheless. Say Elevados, as they say in the business.
It's the only way to go. Say, what does that mean? Up?
That means get elevated. So I was on
I
vacation
wish I was elevated. But go
recently, over this past week, and I was getting elevated on the local shrubbery there. And
How was it?
it was pretty awesome, actually, believe it or not. Like, so I haven't gone through this many like stems and seeds like since high school. You know, I mean, it was like they ripped it off the plant, stuck it in a bag, and said, "Here you go." Like the leaves, the everything. It was just like, "Here, this is how we do it down here," or wherever we were. So I was like, "Okay, all right, that's fine." So like it legit took me probably 15 minutes a piece to break down enough weed to like roll one joint. But it was fine because I was on vacation. I had nothing to do. It would, I got to enjoy the ritualistic part of it and like truly break it all the way down, not just stick it in a grinder or, like have it already small enough to just kind of break it apart. So I was kind of like, all right, throw on some music and just, would roll a couple joints for the day and go about my business.
It doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in at this point in my life, but it sounds like it was a fun experience for you.
It was, because honestly, dude, like it gave me like a high school high. Like it was that kind of weed. Like it's almost like it was its own strain. Like if they came out with high school high, like, get you a good enough buzz to where you're giggly, but you could still drink and you won't like get the spins. Like a high school high.
Yeah,
good
that's
shit.
My word. It's like as a good Cali, as someone in Cali who's smoking good all the time. Like shit. You smoke some bullshit, sometimes it give you a headache and some more shit.
I was worried about that because like the stuff, it was basically the stuff that I like grew up smoking and trying to sell or whatever, just sell enough to, pay for my habit type of a deal, which never works. It never works,
Never works. I agree with that.
Freshmen don't do it on consignment, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, it's in the rules. It's in the rules. So, but I even hooked up homie bags because I sold like nickel and dime sacks for $5 and $10. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I had homie bags that I would hook up and I would actually take out all the stems and seeds, and every now and again I'd throw them like a homie bag. So it was basically like they would get like a gram for $5 because it was like fully broken down and everything. So it was just enough to be like keep them on the string for another 3 weeks or so. Like anytime I felt like they were about to leave, I'd throw them a homie bag when they bought one. I'm like, oh, okay.
There you go, bro.
But then that was like, a bunch of my weed because that took up a lot of it when you're only selling.
At least I know you know how to hustle if we ever had to turn into those type of people.
That's all they do now at the dispensaries with their deals. It's just like they're just getting you in the door for the thing, so you buy more things when you're in there because it's all shiny and pretty. And you're usually high or like so excited about the prospect of getting high, you're like, yeah, that too. It's like, oh, you get $3 off today. You're like, oh, give me that extra $20 thing. I didn't expect free money. It's like, ugh, silly.
There you go, bro.
I go in there and I floor them when I get because I never use my like rewards, whatever. I go to the same types of dispensaries, but like usually they're like, if you can get it accumulative and it's not like, hey, you get a chunk off each time. Like I'll wait until it's at like $70-$80 and then I'll just go in there and pay like $10 and get a gang of shit. And they're just like, is this guy allowed to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It is.
So I'm like, ha. It's just fun for me that way. I don't know.
Definitely.
Silly shit like that. Oh, but on a lighter note, not really. I need to get refocused now that I'm back. Like I don't want to.
I'm sure that won't take enough. Sure that won't take any time for you, man.
Well, I was on a pretty good run leading up to vacation and stuff, leading up to my birthday. I was like, all right, I got to get in a new mindset because, I'm trying to do some big shit over here. And I need to have, a little bit of space to operate and, the energy and motivation and rest and stamina and all this different type of shit to make shit happen. So I'm working on that and not losing that momentum, working on refocusing and regaining that momentum. But at the same point, it's like I've been enjoying cereal the last few days. You know what I'm saying? Like I took a break from cereal. I do think that it's one of those things where I'm going to shelf it for a while. Like after I'm done with the boxes I got, maybe I'll do one more round. But like I think I'm going to, shelf it for a little bit because it's kind of the same thing I did with ice cream. Like I don't remember if I think it was last summer. It was just like, oof, it was a problem. It was like every night at least a pint, if not a quart of ice cream.
Whole pint?
Yeah, dude, it was like, I had like a $100 a week ice cream habit. It was gnarly.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. And so it was like, okay. And then I kind of got, like, ice cream's freaking delicious, but I burnt myself out a little bit to where I'm like, it's good, but I don't really need to have that anymore. Like if I have it once or twice a year, I'll be like, that was some good ice cream. Or if the opportunity arises, I'll be like, oh yeah, let me jump on this place. I'm not usually in this area, whatever. But like, I'm not looking to eat it at home anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm kind of at that cusp of that with cereal. So I want to just kind of enjoy it like that beautiful sound and just be like, ta-da-da, this was your last great, like go out on a high note and then just be like, okay, I had a good last bowl for a while. Let's just shelf it. And then, that's my thing for my birthday anyway. It's like, I like eating cereal with the kids because I'm like, we can have a little treat, but it doesn't have to be over the top because I don't really like all that stuff. I'd rather have cereal. So I think I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to start getting refocused is just shelf cereal for a while after I go through my Cheerios mix with, I just popped some Golden Grams for the first time in a while. And I'm like, oh, Golden Grams, baby. Good.
Are you really a fan of Golden Grams? Because me and my friends were having that discussion the other day, and like Golden Grams are like, a couple of them are like real big fans, and then a couple of us are like, Golden Grams? Yeah. So what's your stance on Golden Grams?
They're in my house. I bought them. I hadn't had them in a long time because I was like, if you're gonna get
2 kids,
if you're gonna get Golden Grams, why not just get Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? So I understand that argument. But that being said, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is, I don't know if you noticed lately, they keep doing all these like churros and cinnamon rolls and all these fucking weird shit, but they keep just putting the same sugar cinnamon mix on different things, but they're building up the sugar cinnamon mix. So they kind of like they're over crop dusting all their stuff. So Golden Grams is kind of like the simpler, it's like if Honey made the cereal, which I'm sure they have, but it's like, oh, this is just like that good cinnamon light, it's like
and they also now they have it as a
Splenda of cereal, but it's not really. It tastes way better. Splenda and fake sugar tastes like dog crap.
But now they have the seasoning, so they have
Golden Grams. Golden Grams was something where I was nervous to revisit it because I remember liking it as a kid, and I'm like, and then I remember thinking it wasn't that good, and I revisited, and I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is like. It's, Frosted Flakes, but cinnamon. It's like a sugary cereal, but on the low, it doesn't like overpower it. You can enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Want to know how fat I am?
How fat are you, fatty?
I made Rice Krispies and took the Cinnamon Toast Crust seasoning.
Oh, that's delightful.
They sell just the seasoning now. Beautiful. Beautiful.
See, but that's what I'm saying. They're just pouring all of that crap, more and more of it on the cereal instead of just keeping the recipe the same. But
no, I'm with you on that.
It is a delicious
Toast Crust, anything. Like,
oh my gosh, dude! You know what I'm gonna do?
They even have oatmeal.
I'm gonna make French toast with that. Oh, that's bomb diggity right there.
Now that you have that said,
okay. I know what I'm doing this weekend for the kiddos. I'm gonna be like, we never got to do Dad's birthday celebration. We're having cinnamon toast crunch and cinnamon French toast. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. And you got to use shout out to Chad and Shay, not the Chad, whatever. Use King's Hawaiian bread for the French toast. That is.
They have it in the loaf.
They do have it in a loaf.
I've never had it in a loaf.
Yeah, you use that bread for put it in the egg wash where you put whatever your already cinnamony stuff, whatever. Put that in the egg wash too. Let it get all over the everything. And then you don't have to put a ton. It's just a little extra on there. Helps bake it in there and open up those flavors. And then spray the pan. Just do a little drizzle on the bottom. Put that King's Hawaiian. And then put another little drizzle of the shakety seasoning on top. Do your flip. And then you're done. Just like a minute on each side. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't let it burn.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm gonna have to get out a try this week. Actually, I ain't gonna wait till this weekend. I'm a single.
Dude, I might just do it tonight, just for funsies.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do it tonight.
You know what? I'm doing it tonight to have some fun. Tag Black Irish Podcast if you want at Black Irish Pod Instagram. Make your cinnamon toast crunch French toast. Cinnamon toast French crunch toast.
Actually,
how are we gonna say that? Damn it! It's a shit acronym because there's no vowels in it.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it tonight. I'm gonna try though. I gotta go find some more.
Right.
I forgot we ran out. So.
Maybe dos maro. That's French for another time. Speaking of another time, I did go back to the gym getting refocused, and I'm getting static lately at the gym a little bit, like from some broskies. And I couldn't figure out why. Because I just put my head down and I do my thing. I don't fucking pay attention to anybody. I'm like, please don't come talk to me. Like, I just, no.
Did they watch our podcast and hear you talking about the dude in the gym?
Maybe that's a little bit of it. Maybe a couple of them have tracked me down. And then so I realized today, I'm like, why? Because even to the point where I'm just like, hey, are you using this machine? And like today I got like one of the gnarliest eye rolls. Like, no, dude. Just like, what the? Like, I'm being polite here, man. What is going on here? And then I realized it's like every day that I go to the gym, I post like just a picture of my face. I'm not trying to be like, hey, look at me. I'm just trying to show I'm posting for my people that look at that and go like, all right, B's still going to the gym. I'll hit it today. You know what I mean? Like it's to help people just be like, hey, I'm still doing it. You can do it whenever you feel like it, but you don't have to. Like, if it helps somebody, that's why I do that. That's why I only post a picture of my face. Like, here I am. So I think people are seeing me in the stories just like, this fucking guy always posting that he's at, like somebody like that fake hate that people just breed within themselves. I think that's where it might be coming from. Which, by the way, sorry if this pisses you off more, but I'm not trying to piss you off in the first place. Like, just fucking, just be thankful that I'm not a dick about it. I'm not posting it for you. I'm posting it for my people. Oh, but it's just so funny, dude. And then it's like I moved to another machine and I don't see anybody around. There's no water bottle. There's no nothing. And I go to like adjust the weight and I pop up and the guy's like, oh, I was using that. And I was like, oh, shit. Sorry, man. I didn't see you here. And he's like, well, I was using the other machine too. And I was like, oh, well, that's why I didn't see you, because you're using a different machine. So I'm like, oh, I just started. Like, I don't know what to do here. He's like, well, we could both use it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right. And then I just kind of felt awkward because I'm like, I jumped in this guy's set, but he's also doing like ab rolls and another machine. I'm like, dude, do your thing. I don't want to mess up your thing, but how am I supposed to know? Like, you didn't piss on it. You didn't do anything to mark it to let everybody know, hey, I'm using this thing. So I was just like, I just did like a minimal, I just did like 4 quick sets. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
You know that you see him there. You're supposed to respect the visual.
I know, but it didn't look like he wasn't anywhere near the machine, because usually I do like a glance from across the room. Like, is anybody eyeballing it? Because sometimes I'll like get in a pump and I'll walk away for a minute just to kind of like keep my heart rate up, but like walk right back. So I always try and scope to see if anybody's like, doing the same thing. Or like if there's a water bottle somewhere near, like, let me just scope to see if nobody's around. And I saw nobody's around. Then I was like,
nice
oh.
at the gym.
Well, listen, man, it's a community place. Just like anything that's not your home. You know, fucking treat it the way you want to be treated. Would you want somebody to come up to you and be polite? Probably. Why don't you start on that note?
Probably not, because no one's polite to me, which is probably why.
Why? Listen, I'm the biggest dick in the world.
I got a great reason why most people aren't polite to me.
Because your beard. That's what it is.
It starts with a
it's
beard,
your
but
beard.
It ain't my beard.
It's probably your hairy balls, you piece of shit. Everybody sees your hairy taint and they're like, Mike, you fail again, you nasty man. We don't care for this. The best part is you're a little bit in slow motion right now, so it looks like you're laughing so hard because the internet is failing a little bit. Oh, I hope you come back because you're just frozen looking like a real cheese dick right now. Oh, he's even wearing a Zeke jersey. Oh, you're starting to come back. Do you hear me smack talking on your ass? Hang on, you sound like you're Special Jack right now. Just give it a second. Give it a second. Was that his name? Special Jack? Hang on. Chatty Cathy.
I heard you the whole time.
Okay, you're coming back, so if you can hear me now, just hang on, you impatient little prick. Okay, now you're starting to come back clear, but the video's not in yet. Wait for the patient. We're only on episode 95. It's not that big of a deal that we have the... Hey, holy shit, he's back! And he's still smiling. That's great.
Bro, I never left on my screen, neither did you, and I heard you the whole time.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. We couldn't hear you.
Because it's my internet. It definitely said internet connection is unstable.
Yeah.
Fuck Verizon, because I pay you all way too damn much money for this shit to be happening. I got the best internet you motherfuckers can sell. That's what I asked for when I called.
Okay, Brosephine. Yeah, but how many computers are you running? How many TVs are watching sports? Like, come on, brother. Give Verizon a little bit of a break here.
I don't have no TVs on. I'm home
What?
alone.
Since when? This is the first day ever, then.
It is. It's also the first episode I've ever done sober. I've had that type of day, sir.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been that type of day, man. I wasn't feeling well when I woke up, and then I've grown to feel better because I take meds and shit. But then I had to go do some running around. I had to go drop my car off. I haven't had time to settle. And this is not our regular record time, but we're making it work. So
yes.
I didn't have time to do some things. So there's no need for the TV to be on. So
good. Because there's no sports on yet. I get it.
There you go.
I found the pocket, Mike.
When we record at night, it runs into the 7 o'clock window when sports starts here. So
you want to know
sometimes have it in the background.
What's funny about this is you're sober. I'm usually dead sober because I got so many things to do. I did take a couple gummies before this because we're recording early, so I know that I'll have plenty of time for this to be long, well, and gone before I have to do anything this evening. So I'm like, okay. So we did a little flippity-dood out today. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fun, are you excited about the World Series? I'm actually, like, excited about the World Series. Like, more than I thought I would be.
I'm excited about the World Series too, because
I thought I wasn't going to want to watch. So the fact that I do want to watch, that's what I mean by, like, I'm actually excited.
Oh, no, I definitely always want to see Bryce win. Shout out to Bryce. Bryce is a homie. We have some mutual people that we know because he used to play in this area. So I've met him a couple of times. He's a real cool. The guy that you see on the baseball field is him in real life. Like
well, I saw some little post or whatever that was like this dude was from 13 years old. He was recognized in high school. Like, this dude's going to be a baller. At 19, he was drafted and playing in the majors. And then at 30, he is one of the primary reasons that his team is in the World Series. Like, that's a lot of pressure at a dude that caught a lot of flack for being like, oh, Bryce Harper. It's like, yeah, Bryce Harper, this dude is a bad man. You need to give him some respect. Like, watch the fuck out.
Shout out to Bryce, man. So I'm going to root for Bryce. I'm always going to want Bryce to win. And then I'm ready for the season to be over because I want to see who's going to get Aaron Judge. This is going to be fun.
Bro.
Like, this is the first time the Major League Baseball offseason should be excited because this is going to be a real
So let's just hit this real quick. outside of the Yankees, the San Francisco Giants are #1 favorites, betting odds, to land Aaron Judge if he does not sign with the Yankees. And I've been an Aaron Judge hater. I will be kissing the back of Aaron Judge's balls if he's on the San Francisco Giants. Be like, this is my guy. Because they'll sign him for like 12 years or something stupid. You know what I'm saying? They'll give him a Barry Zito contract and just hope it works out this time, which I'm totally cool with. Give us somebody exciting instead of this Mike Scioscia, Bruce Bochy, who I love these guys, grinded out teams. Like, let's start hitting the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Let's be fun again, because we used to have some motherfucking sluggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that again. That was so much fun.
No, yeah. Everything I've heard is if he doesn't go to the Yankees, San Francisco is probably because that's where he's from. But you know the money boys are going to be in
Oh,
play.
yeah.
You know the money boys are going to be
The
in
Red
play.
Sox and the Dodgers are going to be like, what can we do? Dodgers just want to win, baby, win. And the Red Sox are like, oh, if we can take you from the Yankees, we'll pay extra. For sure.
Yeah. But the Dodgers already made it clear that they're going to be in the bid. And the best part about it is they get to move my man back to the dirt. I would love it if my guy got to move back to the dirt.
You want him at first?
He's going to be at second. His natural position. He still takes balls at second.
Are you
Every
sure?
pregame.
Really?
He never gave it up. He's a second baseman, but he never got to play second because we had
That's
Pedroia
a big bastard, dude. Does he have to toss underhand to first base if he gets a ground ball?
No,
like,
not Judge.
I was like, what
boy. You know who my boy is.
Oh, man. Mookie?
You know it.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I was like, Aaron Judge, you fucking wildly crazy if he plays second base.
No. Mookie
that boy's got lead in his thighs.
When he got drafted. And so
yeah. Okay, Mookie,
just to get him in.
Everybody's your boy. You got to clarify sometimes.
I know, man.
All right. Yeah, Mookie. Oh my gosh, Mookie at second would be so much fun. Him and Trey Turner would just be like, it would be like the Harlem Globetrotters of the middle infield. It would be so much fun to watch. It would be hard to not want to root for the Dodgers, but I would still shit on them every day because fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drag them too. They wouldn't be my team, but I would love to see Mookie back on the dirt.
Suck a butt, Red Laces. Okay, so Phillies. I put a bet on the Phillies at 3.5 to 1. As soon as the NLCS started, so I still have that locked in. But now the series price is Phillies plus 165, Astros minus 190. Who do you like? If you had to put your money down, we know who you're rooting for, but if you had to put your money down, where would it be?
If I had to put my money down with the expectation to win, I'm putting it on the Astros. As much as I hate them,
yeah. I want the Astros to win, but if the Phillies win, that's where all my money is. So I'm happy just to have a good series. I
hate the Stros. I'm always going to hate the Stros because they're in the American League and my team is in the American League. So there's that. And then, but I'm in a conundrum because I always want Mattress Mac to win because he takes money from Vegas. I want anybody to beat Vegas.
Yeah.
And Mattress Mac bets a lot of money. So Vegas, I know
Dusty
they hate
Baker, man.
him. Yeah. And plus, I want Dusty to get his first chip.
My guy.
I'm just not in support of people who were part of cheating.
I get that. I understand that. It's tough to swallow with Altuve still on the team, but maybe he could like break his ankle or something, and then everybody could be happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't usually wish injury on people, but sometimes if it happens, I'm also not sad.
And Bregman, man, they're both on the team, and they're both collecting rings.
Yeah, but Bregman's like a badass, and Altuve is just kind of a little shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Alvarez is the man.
So, how many games do you think the World Series is going to be?
4.
Ooh,
you want my truth?
Just tight,
opinion?
Bang, bang.
Yeah, I mean, if you want my true opinion, Astros haven't lost a game yet. Why you think they're going to lose a game now?
That would be one hell of a run. That'd be like just ultimate up in your face. You know what I mean? Just like, oh,
this first game
this is what we do.
Nola is going to be big because as much as like they've seen Zach Willis has been an American League pitcher before. The Nola guy they haven't really seen, so
he's on fire right now, and he already had his blow up game, so he's coming in laser focused.
In the last game,
he is laser focused. So that being said,
he's going against Burley, so
it's gonna be under 6, guys. It's going to be under 6.
Absolutely.
So it's
if you're betting on the game, take the over under.
Oh man, you're getting a little choppy, but we'll work through it here. I I'm hoping it goes 6 or 7 games. It's either going to be an Astros in 5, I think, or if the Phillies win, where my money's at, it'll be 6 or 7. So I put some money down on Phillies to win in 6 or 7, and then I also picked some MVP candidates. I won some money, some decent comeback. Bryce Harper's at 375. He's that's not a good return on my investment. So I put some money on JT Real Muto just because he's going to be seeing a lot of good pitches and is going to be in a lot of good spots. And usually it's the guy that you don't expect. So there, and I put some money on Aaron Nola just because he might just Madison Bumgarner these playoffs and just go game 1, game 4, and then relief in 6 or 7 or something like that.
They got a dude named Braum. What is his odds?
I don't know. I don't know who Braum is.
He got long,
he's not
flocky hair, and his name is Braum.
Do you like that name or something? Is it significant to you?
I think he's pretty good, and he's another one. That's why I said, what's his odds? Because I go put some money on him.
I don't know. I only know the people I care about putting money on. I don't give a shit about the field. The field is the field. It's all or nothing, dude.
He's like the second
winner take all.
Phillies, man.
I don't give a shit about second place. If you ain't first, you're last, motherfucker. Oh, all right. Let's do a quick dip into the NBA. What's your initial impression of the NBA first 4 or 5 games?
Up and down.
Are you watching?
I watch. What? This is the greatest sports time in the world.
No, I know.
Baseball,
I'm just saying, since there's
football,
so much going on, how much basketball are you consuming?
All of it. Did you?
Okay.
I didn't tell you. I have free NBA League Pass.
Oh, why didn't you share that with me?
I didn't think about it, but if you want to use my code,
I do want to use your code.
I got you.
Because I started betting on basketball. I was trepidatious, and I'm like, listen, man, only bet on the games you're feeling. And I did the same thing, dude. College football we'll get to. I went 6-1 this weekend in college football, and the only loss was Jackson State because I keep fucking betting on Dion like USC, like they're gonna keep blowing people out.
They
like
lost?
They did. No, but they didn't cover. They keep not covering. But I went 6-1 there, and then I went 3-2 in NFL. Or sorry, 4-2 because I bet the Sunday night game, and then I went 2-1 in basketball yesterday. So I'm doing okay, but I'm just picking and choosing the games I like, and however many that is, whether it be 2 or 3 or 6 or 7, I'm just only picking the games I like.
You should keep your picks and keep a record of them. You can literally turn that into a financial game, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's...
People will pay you if they think your picks are going to be good. And it sounds like you do a good job at it. So
I've been also in the bag for the entire first 10.5 months of the year, or 9.5 months of the year. So let's not go counting chickens. I'm just saying I've been doing okay lately.
I know a guy who started a Discord and charges people $50 to come to his Discord, and he gives out picks.
Well, listen, man. I'll tell you, the only loss I had was because of Luka and the Mavericks
Last night.
Yeah, so basically it was like, listen, not only are they bums, it was like, okay, I was watching it on my phone, not the video, but like the game cast where it's like the little bubbles on the court and it tells you what's going on, what the last play was. And there's 2.7 seconds left. The Mavericks have the ball out for timeout, so they got the inbounds, and they're down by 2. And I'm like, Luka, don't take the 3. I need you to go to overtime. Don't take the long, weird 3. Either drive or get it into the post to Christian Wood. Christian Wood is nowhere to be found. Luka takes this wild 3 when he's covered down, like backed into a corner, and he misses. And it's like, that's the exact reason why they have Christian Wood, is to be in the dump post position in those situations, but he's not there. And that was the whole reason why they were losing in the playoffs, is because Luka kept having to take that shot. Have a plan B. Like, if it's there, take 2 dribbles and then take the shot. If it's not, pass right away so somebody else can take 1 dribble and take a shot. Like, 2.5 seconds is plenty of time to figure out that play. Why don't they run it? Luka's just going to keep losing in the playoffs if this happens. And losing me fucking money.
Luka's my guy, but yeah, he has a bad shot selection at times. I agree.
And he's on a busted ankle again. Like, come on, brother. That's
he's
why.
hurt again?
Oh, you're on a busted ankle and you're tired. I wonder why your threes keep coming up short in the playoffs in the last 2.7 seconds of a game, Luka. Pass the goddamn ball. I mean, I'm not upset.
Yeah. No, he has to pass more.
But it's just like, I love Luka too, but it's hard to, like, if you're actively taking yourself out of games because you just keep taking the shot when you're, like, it's only because you're so good these shots are impossible. You have to be smart enough to utilize your teammates and your advantages in those situations. Otherwise, it's hard to be all the way on the Luka train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not all around if you're just a winner. You know what I mean? You can win games. Good for you. I don't know. It bothers me that he's like right there. Just be all the way there. You're right there. Talk to him, Dirk. Talk to him.
No, yeah, I watch a lot of NBA. That's all I really watch now. Sports, NBA, college, pro.
How evident is it that in football, coaching is key? In baseball, like raw talent is pretty significant. And then in basketball, like the locker room, if the locker room is a mess, y'all can't play together. It's so wild, like the different dynamics in the different sports. Because you look at Golden State, you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, and they are melting down after 3 games. And then you look at teams, like Brooklyn or something that's like, all right, we don't have it together, but, we're professionals. We're fine. We can handle our business and figure it out. Even if we're not, it's like we show up to work even if we're not all going to get along. It's okay. We're different personalities. It's all good. But then it's like only personalities over on the West Coast, and these guys are just, oh my gosh, it looks like they're playing Wipeout, the NBA version. It's awful to watch. It's awful.
Yeah.
But then you go up the coast and Dame time is back. Like, what's happening here? Does he have enough room to operate now that CJ's out?
Well, not just that, because that was always the defensive problem. Because the other guy they start beside him is just as small as CJ. The Anthony Simon guy is little.
Yeah, but he doesn't require the ball as much.
The rest of the team around them spaces the floor. Like, now they have shooters everywhere. Jeremy Grant's a shooter. He's there. He's spacing the floor. I don't even know who plays the 4 for them. But they only have one big now. It's Nurkic. He barely plays too.
Yeah.
And that Shaden Sharp dude is way better than I ever thought. I guess they got a gym because that boy's going to be good.
Well, dude, if Portland keeps rolling the way they are and they make a move for a defensive big man, somebody that can just get boards at the trade deadline.
Nurkic healthy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is they're going to have to give somebody to give him rest. You get Dame Lillard in the top half of the bracket in the playoffs, they're going to be dangerous as shit this year. If they get in and seed like 4 or above, I'm putting my money on Portland. I'm telling you now.
Portland, man. I'm always going to like Dame. Dame's my guy because of the way he goes about it.
I love it.
I like his attitude about it. Like, bro, I'm going to win here. I'm going to do everything I can to win right here with whoever they put on my team. And I like that attitude.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I love that shit too. Oh, all right. So let's move on to college football because I like winning money since I'm losing in other places. Quick recap. So Syracuse.
I did shit.
No, we did good together. Our picks on the ranked games. So we both picked Syracuse. They covered against Clemson. Didn't they win?
No, Clemson came back with the backup quarterback.
Oh, that's right. I was comfortable about covering with a few minutes left in the game. That's what that was. Oregon put the smash down on UCLA.
Ugly. I hated it.
That was my favorite game of the week. That one helped me. In every single parlay I had Oregon. That was like that's like when you go to pick horses and it's like you do your pick 6, but this race and you're like, oh, I'm picking the 2 to 5 horse only. I'm only picking one horse in this race. That was my Oregon. Like I put them everywhere. Which also usually screws me because then if my one loses, it screws every parlay that I've got that day. So I got to be careful with that. But when it hits, and it hit this weekend, which was nice. Okie State covered against Texas. They beat them outright.
They did. Texas should have won that game though.
Bama was my other fairly significant pick that we were both pretty comfortable with. They covered that 21 points over Mississippi State. And then TCU covered. Hey, TCU! Covered over Kansas State. They won by 10 or something like that.
Anybody wants to make some money?
Tell me.
Here's a chance.
What's the game?
No, it's TCU to make the playoff, baby.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if that's going to still be a thing, man.
Playoff is 40,000 to 1 right now.
No.
I think they got a chance.
To make the playoff? Or to win the whole thing?
Nah, I could have sworn it was to make the playoff, not to win.
I think this is like the bet when you bet on a quarterback to score 3 touchdowns. You're like, oh, easy. And then it's like, oh, no, they're rushing touchdowns. Oh, shit. I think you may be 40 to 1.
The screen, though, I didn't go look at it. I think it came across the bottom of the screen to make the playoff, but I'll double check. But if it's that to make the playoff.
No, don't double check because your internet sucks right now. I'll double check in a minute.
I'm not going to double check right now. Bro.
Okay. All right. Well, just everybody else do your due diligence. And Mike says put your money on it if it's decent money.
Yeah,
coming back.
I definitely think they're going to make it. Because they're
all right.
Big 12. They're going to go undefeated, I believe. Because I don't believe nobody in the Big 12.
Even the championship game?
I believe they'll win the championship game. Because I don't know
who are they going to play? Oklahoma?
But I think it's going to be Oklahoma State. And they already smacked them.
Fair enough.
With that Oklahoma State win over Texas, I think Oklahoma State's in the driver's seat for second place. TCU's undefeated in first place. And I think TCU will kill them. Because they already beat them on the road. So on a neutral field, I think TCU will really give them business. And with all these teams in the top 4 having to play each other, it opens up some possibilities like that.
Well, that's just like TCU's going to just by default move up 1 spot over the last 3 weeks of the season each week, and then they're going to be in the 4th spot, and everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, TCU, what's up?
The way it works out for them, if it works out, they would need USC to lose another game somewhere along the way.
Notre Dame.
I think it's possible because they can use the Notre Dame or another one of these Pac-12 teams that are undefeated like Washington, Oregon, UCLA. They haven't played any of those teams yet. So any one of those teams can trip USC. And then they would need Georgia to beat Alabama in the championship game. Because otherwise, 2 SEC teams would go. Because if Alabama beats Georgia, they're definitely taking Alabama. Yeah. And they would still take Georgia. But the trick to that is Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. These goblins.
Because Tennessee beat Bama. So if Tennessee loses to Georgia, because they're both on the East, Tennessee would be sitting at home at 11-1 in the SEC, and most likely, if Georgia beats Bama, the 4 they would put Tennessee in because of their SEC and blah 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 blah.
All right, so let's get to the ranked games of the week because there's only a few, but they're really damn good. So we'll start with Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio State's favored by 15.5.
It'll probably be worse than that.
Penn State's think it's a good beat down is on the way?
Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
I think a beat down's on the way.
I think it's gonna be like
excuse me. Bless you. Bless you.
3 times a lady. Thank you. Like a 31-14, 31-10 type of endeavor. Like it'll be an under but a beat down.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know, I wouldn't. I don't know what the halftime, the first half. Sorry, go ahead.
I saw Penn State play. I watched the Penn State Michigan game. I'm not that impressed.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I think it's going to be like if the over-under in the first half is a touchdown or more, or the spread in the first half is a touchdown or more, I'd take the points in the first half because I think it'll be close. And then I think second half, Ohio State's like, okay, here we go. And then come out guns a-blazing.
There you go. If Penn State had a better passing game, I would give them a better chance.
Like I could see it being 10-10 at halftime and then 21-0 in the second half. Easy. You know what I'm saying?
But because they're a running team and that's pretty much where Ohio State dominates.
Yeah, they got a box. You don't want to get in that box with them. They're tough.
Yeah, their 7-man boxes are amazing.
All right, so we both got Ohio State covering. I think it'll be like kind of close towards the end, but they'll cover. We have Oklahoma State versus Kansas State. Kansas State is favored by 1.5.
I'm never picking Adrian Martinez. Give me Oklahoma State.
Give me Okie State with the points. Give me outright. That's going to be my Hammertown game of the week.
Yeah.
We're laying the wood down on Okie State.
I'm with you. Hammertown on them, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Good job. Good decision there.
Now
I believe in Adrian Martinez.
We have a fun game and a trap game. So we have number 19 Kentucky versus number 3 Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 12.5. Ooh, that's an icky number, man. I don't like that number at all.
I'm taking the point.
I'm taking the points too. I think that's a touchdown, maybe 10 points if it's like a late field goal just to put it to a 2-score game from Tennessee. But 12.5, I think that means everybody's taking Tennessee, but the house knows that Kentucky is a 10 points or less dog in this fight.
Yeah, I just think Tennessee's gonna come out slow because of that cakewalk they had last week. Following cakewalks, teams always tend to come out slow. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, and if Kentucky has that bend but not break defensive mentality, then that just chews up the clock, which Tennessee's trying to be fast. And if they just kind of are getting these...
I know. You better not be bending the break against Tennessee. Them boys...
I know. But yeah, I mean in the sense to where it's like solid tackling, keep everything in front of you. You know what I mean? Like fundamental defense. Easy, you know like stick to the basics. But that being said, if Tennessee comes out and lights their shoes on fire, then, those boys are gone. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I'm not putting that out of the question. But I just think Kentucky is one of those sneaky little bastards. Them and Duke, man.
All depends on how healthy Will Levis is. If Will Levis is not healthy, this will be a blowout.
And then there's a trap game that I'm going to be taking the points on. And it's always nice to have a late game to root something for. So Stanford is at UCLA, number 12 UCLA, and the spread is 16.5. I don't think UCLA is winning that game by 17 points.
Me neither. I'm with you on that.
I'm taking the Stanford and the points, and I'm celebrating a good 3-way parlay day with an evening of Stanford Cardinal just running the damn ball down UCLA's throat and grinding out that 20-17 victory, and UCLA hanging their heads for the second half of the season as per usual. And, I love UCLA, but I like making money more. Stanford plus 16.5.
Stanford, I definitely see Stanford covering. Stanford usually covers though, man. The defense.
They do, yeah, exactly. Good defense, run the ball. They're gonna make you earn it.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
They always make you earn it.
Oh, all right. Let's slam through the NFL Week 8 picks that I found interesting. Let's start with Bears versus Cowboys. Cowboys are given 9.5 points.
Take the Bears with the points.
Are you serious?
9.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your boy Zeke is probably not going to play, they're saying.
Why?
I don't know. He has a sprained testicle or
sprained
something.
knee? He came back in the game after that.
Hey, listen, brother man. All I'm saying is Zeke has knee sprain, uncertain to play versus Bears.
That's
per
good. That
ESPN.
means if he doesn't play, then we might score more points.
That's what I'm saying. Tony Pollard just have an open field. I'm taking Dallas and the points, assuming Zeke's not going to play.
No, that defense is
or I'm giving the points is what I'm saying. Like, Cowboys, I think, win by a significant margin. Dak's second game back, he's going to want to show something. They're going to win by more than 2 touchdowns.
I'm not worried about their offense scoring. Let me go ahead and be the first to tell you their defense is legit. Okay?
Yeah.
Legit. So I don't think we're going to be putting up a lot of points. That's my whole thing. Like, their defense is flat out legit.
Yeah. I hear you on that one. I think that there's going to be a workaround and Dallas wins by 2 touchdowns.
And the fact that we're not the explosive offense that we were last year, I believe the points are going to be minimal.
All right.
We're a 24, 27-point team this year, man. That's who we are. We're a defensive team, bro.
So we have Miami versus Detroit. Miami is giving up 3.5 points. Who do you like in this game?
Detroit with the points. I'll take Detroit with the points.
I'm
At
opposite.
home, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting jiggy with it. We're going to Miami. I think they cover by a touchdown. Raiders versus Saints. Saints are getting 2 points.
Raiders.
See, I'm the Saints. I am a Saints guy on this one. I think they're going to win.
That hurt up defense that they got?
I think they're going to win at home. I think they're going to find a way to win at home. Some weird, stupid game that nobody's going to want to see. It's going to be only on Red Zone. People are going to find out about this game because nobody's going to want to watch it. Patriots versus Jets. The Patriots
Jets.
the Patriots are giving up 1.5. Dude, I'm riding the Jets train. I am riding the Jets train. It might be a 1-point victory by the Patriots, but I'll take that 1.5, and I'm still going to bet the money line on the Jets.
This was going to happen. I told you they were the second best team in that division before the season. The
You're
Jets
right.
are legit.
Yeah. They're going to be a problem.
Their defense is always going to be legit because Robert Saleh is legit as a defensive coordinator. I don't know how good he is on offense because Zach Wilson doesn't do shit.
Right.
But they just
all his receivers want out. It's like, oh, that's not a good sign.
They run the ball into the damn ground. And Joe Flacco over the first 3 weeks was leading the league in passing. And Zach Wilson doesn't even score touchdowns because I have him in fantasy. But they win.
Yeah.
They run the
Michael
ball
Porter's about to get his time to shine. We'll see what he does.
No, he won't. They traded for James Robinson, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's right. James Robinson's going to tear shit up, actually, now that you mentioned that. I forgot about that. Oh, all right. Titans, Texans. Texans are getting 2 points at home.
Texans are my team. We all know that.
Yes.
That is mine.
Mr. Mills is your butt buddy.
I have to come to a realization that they're just not. I love their defense, though. But their offense keeps them on the field so much. Like, if their offense could just get third, if they had like one good receiver, because I love Damian Pierce, I love Mills, I love Tunzel as the left tackle, but if they could just consistently get first downs, they'd be a legit viable contender. Like, they'd be a contender to win games. They can't consistently get first downs, man. The defense be so tired. Bro, I hate it for the defense. So I'm taking the Titans and Derrick Henry.
We are opposites attract today, my brother, because I think the Texans are going to find a way to win at home. Again, they're going to be a Saints. It's those 2-point games. I think that the line is skewed because, the 3-point swing at home, whatever. So assuming that the Raiders are the better team and the Titans are the better team. But I also think that, the home team at home field advantage is going to start coming into play this part of the season. So I just think that the close games are going to start going to the home team, especially on these little twosies.
I don't think it's going to be close.
But moving up to the Bengals versus Browns, the Bengals are giving up 3.5 points. This is the Browns' kind of like make or break game on how their season's going to go.
I know. This is week 8, right? And they got 3 more weeks before your boys back. What's their record?
2-5. 2-5.
3.5. I'll take the 3.5. Division game. I believe it'll stay close.
See, I'm with the Bengals on this one. I keep putting my faith in the Browns and they keep screwing me. So if it's this week, then it's just I misunderstand the Browns. Then it's a me thing. If not, then it is legit. The Browns are just not as their defense can't hold that team if they lose this week.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. I took what you said as far as just a make or break game, and I figured Garrett and the boys understand it's a make or break game. Like, you have to stay in this race until Deshaun gets back.
Yeah, but if they can't score and Cincinnati puts up 17, that's kind of what I'm guessing.
The ball, it's just Brissett gets to the red zone and fucking loses his mind.
I know. It's like he puts his helmet on backwards and says, "Hike." So, okay.
He gets anywhere inside the 30-yard line and he just decides, I gotta get a touchdown. So when he gets the third down, bro, he's forcing shit. Yeah. Like, take your 3 points, bro. I know your kicker's a rookie. Cool. Put that.
He's got a better shot than you at this point. Stop making it harder for him.
No, I mean, like, let that shit go, bro.
Oh, I made it harder on myself this week, switching to a fantasy football update. I lost for the 3rd week in a row. I knew I was going to lose this week. I didn't even play a defense because I wanted to see how my team was going to play out because after the Christian McCaffrey trade, I had both the 49ers running backs. I had Jeff Wilson Jr. and Elijah Mitchell, and I was like,
Fuck you.
dude, I was just like, okay, I need a hard reset. Let's not worry about this week. We need to make the playoffs. That's what we need to do. Let me take a hard look. And I had also, like, I was so confident in my team leading into that. I had took Robbie Anderson as like a deep threat just to have in the back, use my waiver position. And then I was like, whoa, shit. Oh, no, this is
You
not
should have
good.
used that waiver position to get your boy from the Ravens. Your brother fucking took him.
Yeah, I know, but I misused my waiver spot because I was cocky as shit, and it kicked me right in the dick. So, yeah. So now I'm in 4th place, looking up at Dax Dingleberries, if you can believe it.
Hopefully they don't fall on your forehead, sir.
No, I'm looking to bounce back this week. I'm gonna put a little more focus in. I actually did acquire a couple of people off the waiver wire that. I didn't think I was going to be able to get both, so I was like, "Oh, okay." It's nothing stellar, but it's going to keep me in business until till I can get some people back from injury.
Well, I'll try to help you this week because I got the number 1 seed, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to smack him around for you.
Yeah,
keep you
please
in this
do.
ball again, you know, as I continue to work my way up this ladder.
I'm on your ass, motherfucker. I'm coming. Still, it's okay. I'll never stop fighting. Not ever, 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 ever. I did this. What was it? 2 years ago, I went on a streak where I was 7-0, and then I lost 7 straight and didn't even make the playoffs or something like that. Like it was gnarly.
I've done that before in the league too. Like I started the league like losing 4 straight, then I went on a streak of like 8 straight.
Yeah,
then,
so
like,
I don't want to be 500. I can't be even or less. So I got to win this week just to make sure that I'm always in the positive winning percentage. So
I got one more week that I need to worry about because Dak still got a bye, so I'm gonna have to figure that week out. Then after that, all my buys should be good. I should be good to go. It's gonna be wrecking season, baby.
See, but I've also been
Wrecking
stashing
season.
QBs, so when it comes time to brass tacks it,
That shit pisses me off.
I got trade bait for
Everybody-
days, my brother.
Everybody does that shit. Like I'm in a couple leagues where people got 4 QBs on their team. I'm like, bro, you're just doing this shit to be an asshole. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. I got my 3rd QB for a week. I already got my QB 3. I got that bum motherfucker from the Jets. What's his name? I got Zach Wilson.
Me too.
He'll do it for a week.
Yeah.
Oh
All
no,
right.
in our league, I actually have a pretty good backup. I have Mariota, and I'm not.
He's
bad
been
at
doing
it.
all right. He's a little fuckface. You know, we knew that was coming. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what else we knew was coming? Well, actually, let me start by this. When we go to the Watchin segment right now, did you know that Black Adams came out?
Who?
Black Adams, the Rock movie. Did that just come out?
I have no clue.
Me either. I think it did. But that's how out of the loop we are on this superhero stuff.
I haven't watched an actual movie. I don't know. Maybe it might be years. Like a movie theater movie. I watch like Netflix movies and shit like that, but like a movie theater movie, it's been a year.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think I know what you've been watching, and guess what your boy also dipped into to see what you have been, how your brain works. Love is Blind is back.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, baby. It's what, like the 3rd season or something?
I believe so.
Okay, so yeah, I put it on in the background. I started watching Love is Blind. I'm through like, I don't know, 2.5 episodes, so I've probably seen like an episode and a quarter because I like dozed off to sleep and, was like walking in and out of the room while it was playing in the background. So I wasn't like watching, but I get the gist of it. And let me tell you, Mike, without telling you anything, I want to talk about it next week because I know for sure you're going to be watching within the next week.
I'm gonna watch it now that I know you watching it, but it wasn't on the list of my things to get done.
Just in the
immediately.
first episode, I'm not even giving anything away. Cole and Colleen in the first episode, I just wish they would bang their heads against their glass and just awful things would happen to them. Like, it's just the gnarliest interaction. I'm just like, ah! I see why people grind their teeth. Like, it just made me feel so gross. about them. It's just like, ugh. But I get it. That's the allure, is you got to have a villain all the time. And there's certain people that revel in that kind of shit. I'm just like, ugh. I don't mind being a villain, but don't be an asshole.
Well, they gotta also have some entertainment. Like they edit and chop.
I know. They also be like, hey, man, if you want to be on this show, you have to be extra this. Like, I know how it works, but it still bothers me when I see people do it, because I hate it when people are like that, and then other people are like, I love that about him. And you're like, what? No! Ignore you. So, yeah, Love is Blind's doing the trick. It's nice and kind of bothering me just enough, you know? So I'm going to keep watching just for you. I'm going to watch this whole season just for you, but it's going to be the same casual, leisurely watching to where I'm like,
oh, that's how you always do it, man. It's always
yeah, I can't sit down and actually watch it. That's devastating to my brain.
You can't.
Like, it hurts my soul to do that kind of
It's
waste
a dating
of time.
show, bro. You could never be that focused into a dating show. Oh no.
Oh, I have been hearing or seeing good things about the Watcher, the one show that I brought up last week. Have you heard?
I started it. And
Okay.
It's completely weird, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's completely weird.
I usually don't do that. I don't usually start something and then not finish. But like I don't have enough focus to watch it because it's all over the place.
Got it. Yeah, that's
what I
what
mean. Like,
if I can track it, I think I'll like it. But if it's too much to where I'm like kind of unfocused, then I'm like, I'll probably ditch out.
I like
but I think I'm gonna try it.
Like, I'll do 4 or 5 episodes in a day.
I'm a 3-episode guy.
You have to be exuberantly focused to that. And I have stuff on, and I'll get up and go to the bathroom. I'll do other stuff while I'm still playing. I might miss 5-7 minutes of it while I'm playing, and that's okay, because I can put, the storyline pretty much puts itself together. But to watch this, like, 1 second they like, this dude's the Watcher, then they're like, oh no, I'm not the Watcher, and then he gives them whatever this, like, oh no, this person's the Watcher, bro. And it's like every person they come across that has
Lots
one
of
part
bouncing
of this
around.
story. Yeah, they like, oh, you're
Sometimes they do that on purpose, though. That's why, like, you know me, my rule of 3. It's like sometimes they overload the crazy in the first episode just because they don't want you to get it that fast. So then they kind of slow it down. Like, that's just a whole rush of character introductions. If they have 12 important characters, which, by the way, this cast looks stacked. So if they have like 12 important characters, they gotta, in the first episode, bombard you with like backstories. And then the second episode, they're setting up like, okay, here's the plot line. And then the third episode is where they show you how they converge. And so usually I'll try and give it 3. And if it doesn't make sense by the third episode, then I'm like, not for me. I'm out. But it's also got to be entertaining, because there's other shows that was like we did that with BMF. It was like, ugh, this isn't very good, but I get where they're going. I'll see this through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just saw that one season through. I will not be back for any more.
Correct. Me either. I'm not going back either. But it was good enough to keep you hanging on to see what they were going to do. That's all. And
absolutely,
if it doesn't have me by that, then I'm out. Like, there was the one on Apple Plus, Slow Horses, that I really, really enjoyed. It was only like 6 episodes or something, with Gary Oldman. And it was kind of, the first episode was super confusing, but kind of started to make sense by the end. And then by the second episode, it was super cleaned up. And it was like, oh, I see where we're going. And you had got a couple little red herrings here. So that hooked me early and was fun. But if it's not, by episode 3, I'm ditching. I'm out.
Ding dong ditch.
You know what the great type of show is that you never have to really, you could just jump in at any time? Those are soap operas and talk shows, baby. Did you ever watch any soap operas? Or did anybody in your house ever watch soap operas growing up?
Soap operas?
Yeah.
No. Soap operas? My mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd she watch?
General Hospital?
General Hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, that type of shit.
What do you mean that type of shit? Yeah, my grandma, when I was growing up, my grandma watched me. It was General Hospital, One Life to Live. She did not watch Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
But it was always fun because it was like, if I was going to stay a lot over summer, then it was like, by week 2, I was caught up with all the characters because they just interchange them so much, and people die and come back and stuff. It's like, you got to give it 2 weeks to kind of understand everybody that's in and out and who just hasn't been on TV for a while and come back. And it's like, okay, I'm back in. And then talk shows are just talk shows, man.
Talk shows now. I watched a lot of talk shows. Like
All right, so let's say,
Reverend.
okay, so let's have that be the top 5 this week. Top 5 talk shows, your favorites. Doesn't matter when they came out, if they're current, old, whatever. Top 5 favorite talk shows.
5 talk shows.
Or even the ones that you
I'm
just
always-
watched a lot.
Number 1 is always going to be Oprah.
Me too, yeah,
She's
Oprah.
rich.
My mom always watched Oprah. I always watched Oprah. Sometimes it was like mandatory, like, you have to see this episode. It's important. You got to see how these people are in society and stuff. It's like, ooh, all right.
I like 60 Minutes myself.
Ooh.
So a lot of information on 60 Minutes.
But is that a talk show? That's not a talk show.
True.
That's a news
He
program.
talks, I guess. Jerry
That's
Springer. Is that a talk show?
Yeah. Jerry Springer's on my list too, for sure. The dichotomy is just...
And
Wow.
Maury, like you can't go wrong.
Maury's on there too.
You can't
I mean,
go wrong with
you're-
Maury.
Not the father is like, you know,
It's
not
like
the mama from
amazing.
Dinosaur. It's iconic. You know, it's there in the social fabric. All right, so that's 3. Those all 3 are on my list, by the way.
Trying to think.
So I also have Ricky Lake, just
I was
because
gonna say Ricky Lake.
there was just too much
Big
fun.
Ricky or Little Ricky?
I watched them all because my mom watched them all. So I watched Ricky Lake for years, like the whole
Late night
8,
talk show,
9.
Arsenio Hall, baby.
Oh,
Arsenio
Arsenio
Hall.
Hall.
That's what
I
I'm
wasn't
talking about.
thinking about late night television though. Isn't that different? Late night TV. I guess that is a talk show technically. So yeah, you can have that.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Late night
All
talk show.
right. Well, I'm sticking in the same lane. I'm going Montel Williams because I was watching Montel Williams quite a bit growing up too.
Montel Williams.
It came on at 4. Oprah was on at 3. Montel was on at 4. And all those Sally Jeffsy mother chickens were on at 2. Nobody cared about y'all. And then
Sally
honorable
Jeffsy
mentions.
Raphael.
Honorable mention Sylvia Brown because she was the psychic weirdo that was always on Montel Williams. So I saw her just as much as I saw Montel. And good old Donahue. Sometimes I would have to watch a Donahue episode. It's like, normally you don't watch this guy, but the people he has on, you need to hear what they have to
Donahue.
say. Like if it was something
Man, you make me realize how old I am.
racial or, feminist or some kind of like social oppression issue, it was like, you need to watch this. I'm like, all right. Okay. That's not like Dr. Reverend Price, which I also had to watch that a couple of times. Did I ever tell you about that? Dr. Reverend
What?
Price? You ever,
I'm pretty sure.
you ever have to
Good
watch
show, wasn't it?
church shows growing up?
I don't support any of those shows.
Well, there was specifically Dr. Reverend Price, and sorry, I won't name y'all, but fucking, it's too funny to not say. So every day after school, I kind of didn't ever want to go home. So every day after school, I would go to my best friend's house who lived 3 houses up from me and hang out there for like 45 minutes to an hour and then walk home. So usually we watched either like Supercross or like Headbangers Ball or something like that. We would eat Doritos with pico de gallo on top of cream cheese and have like Pepsis. That was our thing. That was his jam, so that's what we ate. But as soon as he got a computer, somebody got busted for looking at porn. Now, nobody knows whether it was him or his dad. It was, of course, his dad because his old ass didn't know how to clear the browsing history. So they both got in trouble. So my buddies
Who the hell is getting in trouble as a grown up to watching porn?
the dad didn't really get in trouble by
Oh,
the mom, but they had their own little tiff, their marital tiff, because of whatever. Let them have
she
that.
needs to get over it. Like
Whatever. I mean, he's dead, so I think they're cool on that.
R.I.P. to him.
Yes, R.I.P. But then my buddy, she was like, you have to watch this church show about fornication. And it was one of those things where he was in trouble, so he had to watch this program, not eat any snacks, and like it was, you have to watch this, you're in trouble. but I still was the kid that didn't want to go home. So I was like, can I still stay and watch the church thing? And she was like, okay, well, he's in trouble, but I don't want to say no to you going home. And also, like, you might as well see this. It might be good for you. So then she, like, kind of backed off of him. Like, I guess I'm not going to be super pissy with you. She was going to, like, stand over him and berate him the whole time. And then I was like, can I stay and watch the church show too? So Dr. Reverend Price, shout out to him. I'm sure he stole a ton of money.
Shout out to Dr. Reverend Price, but that mom was tripping.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, porn in the 90s, that's a freak out situation.
I don't know how old y'all were, but like.
And I think it was also what was being looked up.
Oh, now I'm just like,
I wasn't trying to go that deep, but you know.
But like regular porn shouldn't be that. I mean, he's a man. He likes
well, it
girls.
just depends on what regular is, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, porn that contains sex, not like no other wild shit. Actually, we're not even gonna go down that road because that can get ugly.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop right here while we're ahead. And if you watch porn before the age of 18, good luck to you. Don't get caught.
Sure. That's a good message for the kids that have listened to this program. So for the Spotify playlist of the week, we're going to come at you. I forgot to do the last week's Spotify playlist, so sorry, I'll put that up today. This week, Mike, you have W. I picked Dead Kennedys for D. So Dead Kennedys and...
You said I have what?
W.
Wiz Khalifa.
Oh.
Wiz.
All right, Dead Kennedys and Wiz Khalifa. Should be fun.
Should definitely be fun.
Are you going to actually listen to it?
I listen to it more than you think.
I guess that's true because I think you don't listen at all. So anything more than nothing is something. Remember that forever.
Always something.
Next time I see you, I'll show you where the horse bit me. All right, everybody have a fantastic week. Mike, I love you very much. You always make my days brighter. Hopefully we do the same for y'all. We love you very much. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. And just know that you're important. I love you guys.
Absolutely, man. Love everybody. And especially those in your life that show you love. So, reciprocate. And for you, my guy, love you, man. Hope the rest of your week goes well.
I love you, homie. Peace.